welcome to my channel. My name is Beth and I am the Bookworm Tray. Today is Monday and it is the first day of the reading rush and the first of what will hopefully be all of my daily vlogs. So it's just gone past 12 now and I am off to a great start. I have actually completed one book already, and this was A Dead Djinn in Cairo, which was the book to fill the prompt to read a book set on a different continent. This was set in Egypt, so obviously Africa, and I obviously don't live in Africa. This was a very short story. I believe the physical book is around 46 pages. I listened to the audiobook, which is available on Scribd, and that was just under 2 hours, but I did listen to it on an increased speed, so it was slightly quicker for me. I want to try and keep my vlogs very concise for my daily vlogging, just to make it easier for me to edit them, because I have a tendency to waffle. So I won't, for the most part, be going through what books are about again, because I've done it in my TBR and you can watch that. It'll be linked if you want to watch that. For this one I will, because I didn't really know what it was about at the time of filming my TBR. Now finishing it I can give you a better synopsis, obviously spoiler free. This follows a supernatural investigator named Fatima who is called to investigate the death of a jinn. Now, in the world that Fatima lives, there was an inventor who created a gateway where supernatural beings were able to come through. So in this particular book, we have jinn, we have angels, and we have ghouls. Now, upon discovering the jinn's body, Fatima soon realizes that it appears to be a suicide, and a painful suicide at that, which is very unusual for supernatural creatures. They are immortal, they don't tend to commit suicide. So it's the story of her investigating this and trying to figure out what has happened. I'm typically someone who doesn't love short stories, but I really like this. I gave it 4 stars. The only reason it's not a 5-star is because I want more. Like, I don't think I can ever give a short story 5 stars because it will never give me everything I want, and in this case I wanted more of Fatima, I wanted more of the world, and I wanted more of the story. I just wanted it to be longer. Like, I think even if this had been like 200 pages, it probably would have just pushed it up to 5-star, but in 46 pages, the world building was amazing, the character building was amazing, and the plot was amazing. Like, I don't understand how someone can write that amount of book in 46 pages. Like, I write and 46 pages is like, I've just set the scene. I'm not necessarily a good writer though. I know that the author has at least one more book set in the same world, and I'll definitely be picking that up because I really enjoyed this. It was a great start. A nice quick short read starts off. That was a 4-star. Amazing. So to keep on track for the reading rush, I need to read at least 190 pages every day. So this is 40 whatever pages done so far. That still leaves me with quite a lot to read. So the rest of my reading plans for today, I need to read 2 stories from Tangleweed and Brine. So the stories that I have are Slippershod, which is a retelling of Cinderella, and The Woodcutter's Bride, which is a retelling of Red Riding Hood. That is around 20 pages for both of those stories. And I also want to read the entire graphic novel Hollow Town, which is over the garden wall. I'm gonna try and read the majority of this over my lunch and read this in the evening before bed. If I can read those today, that will take me to about 200 pages, 210 pages, which is obviously gonna set me off in good stead for the rest of the reading rush. Because there are no video challenges in the reading rush, I am going to try and bring something a little bit different to each video to try and make them interesting, but I don't know what I'm gonna do today, so you'll have to wait until I finish work to find that out. So I'm gonna finish work at 4, so I've got a lot of the evening to edit what I need to edit, film what I need to film, read what I need to read. But anyway, I am going back to work now.
When I stare into the night, I can see the burning light, shifting slow from red to green. Sweet, sweet dreams. Every
So it's 6 o'clock and I'm just having such a great productive day. Book 2 is finished. You should have seen in the B-roll that I actually read this outside. The weather was quite nice today. It was sunny and it was warm, but it wasn't too hot. So I could quite comfortably wear my leggings. I actually had a jumper on, which is how I like to be outdoors. I don't want to be outdoors like sweating in a pair of shorts and a vest. Like, I like to be cozy. So this is now going to be my book read entirely outdoors, and I'm going to swap in Fairy Tale. Oh, I can't do that. I was gonna say I'll swap Fairy Tale for a film that I've seen but I haven't read the book of, but I can't do that because I haven't seen Fairy Tale. But maybe I can watch like one episode before I read it. I'm just gonna do that. Honestly, this was not my favourite graphic novel. It was kind of boring. Like, it wasn't boring, but it was kind of boring. Yes, I know that doesn't make sense. It was a good story. Like, the story was interesting, but it just wasn't really gripping me. I don't know, maybe it's just a bit young, because I'm pretty sure this is middle grade, but I've read other middle grade graphic novels and not had that problem. So I'm not exactly sure what it was. It just wasn't entirely gripping, but it was okay. So I'll give it like 3 stars. It was just okay. Obviously, I still have 20 pages of this that I need to read today, but I think what I'm gonna do with this is, after I've finished with you guys here, I'm going to go and try and edit all of the footage and then read this. So I'll probably be reading this quite late tonight, but I will still try and wrap up the vlog after I've done my 20 pages of this. So hopefully you will see me again after this clip. So what I thought we could do now is just a little like get to know me kind of tag thing. I'm still fairly new to BookTube, so if you are watching this, chances are you haven't seen many of my videos before, and so I just thought that would be a fun little thing that we could do. So I found this list of questions, which I will link where the questions are in the description below in case you are daily vlogging and you want to do this. I think it's quite a fun idea. There's 370 questions. Now obviously I'm not going to answer them all. I'm just going to use a random number generator, and I think we'll do 5 questions. We'll see where we are and how long I've been filming for once I've done 5, because I do waffle. Okay, so let's generate our first number, and we've got 337. 337 is pick one, stripes or polka dots. That is a rubbish question, but that's what we've got. Stripes, always stripes. I love stripes. There's not really much more to say about that one. Our next number is 269. God, this is deep. To what extent do you trust people? I would say that I am quite untrusting. I don't tend to share a lot about my life with people unless I'm very close to them. I often feel like people have an ulterior motive. I have quite a lot of like social anxiety, and that comes from not really feeling like I can trust people to be honest. So I would say I'm not the most trusting of people. So our next number is 335. These are all very low down, and that is pick one, Nike or Adidas. Honestly, I don't care. I would say I probably own more Nike footwear, but I own more Adidas clothing. So I guess for footwear, Nike, for clothing, Adidas, but honestly, I like them both equally. I thought these questions would be a lot better. Okay, 163. We are moving up. What is something about yourself that you hope will change but probably never will? I would like to be more organized, but I actually have something called dyspraxia, which is a learning difficulty, and it affects a number of different things. The main thing it affects is your like mobility. Basically, it makes me very clumsy amongst other things, but one of the things it does also make difficult is organization. So although I would love to be more organized, and I definitely am more organized now than I used to be, it's taken so much effort to get to where I am now, and I actually don't know if there's any chance that I would ever be able to be more organised than I am now, because right now I'm on it, but it's like hard work. So I would love to be at a point in my life where it's not hard work and it just like comes naturally, but I don't think that will ever happen. So those questions have been pretty terrible, so I think we'll do another 5. So 323. Pick one, chatting or phone call. Chatting. I'm so comfortable face to face, talking to someone face to face, but put me behind a computer or over the phone, I just get super uncomfortable. So 100% chatting. Do you love dancing? No. I don't have any coordination. I find dancing in front of people very uncomfortable unless I am drunk. And I'm not even someone who really dances around the bedroom or anything. Singing, yes. I love to sing and occasionally put on like a fake performance. So you might find me lip syncing into my hairbrush, but like other than a little like shoulder, I'm not going to be dancing. 327. Exceptional strength or exceptional intelligence? I think this is just a stupid question. Like, surely you would pick exceptional intelligence. Why would you need to be exceptionally strong? If you're exceptionally intelligent, then you would find a way around anything that you would need to be strong for. So obviously I'm going to go with exceptional intelligence. And anyone who doesn't go with that, something wrong with you. 47, we got a little one. Some variety finally. What's my favourite type of clothing? Skirts. I love, well, I don't know what they're called. I love like A-line tweed skirt, tartan skirt, plaid skirts. Yeah, skirts. I love skirts. I love skirts, jumpers, black tights and Doc Martens. That's like my signature look, but it's summer now and we're in lockdown, so I'm obviously not wearing that. But that's like my signature outfit. Okay, so the last one that we are gonna do, 168. Another one that's a little bit different to the 200, 300s that we've been having. What is something you wish you were gifted at doing? I would say singing. So I love singing. I sing constantly and I'm definitely not like the worst singer. I'm not completely tone deaf, but I'm not like, I wouldn't be getting up to sing karaoke because I can only sing like really high notes, but not consistently. And like a mid-level note, I can sing like 2 notes and that's it. So if it's like really high or like just middle, I'm fine. I can't go from middle to high. Okay, so I don't think all of those questions were good, but I think that was still quite, well, it was fun for me because I just love talking about myself, and hopefully it was fun for you guys to learn a little bit about me. If you're daily vlogging and you're going to do something similar in your vlogs, please let me know in the comments below so that I can go and watch your videos. But right now I am going to get started on the editing of this vlog, which hopefully isn't going to be too bad, and have some dinner and then read. So I will check in with you again once I've finished all my reading for today. So it is 9 o'clock and I am here to wrap up today's vlog. I've almost finished my 2 stories in Tangleweed and Brine. My laptop just didn't want to play with me today, of course, because I've had the most productive day in ages. So whilst I was ready to sit down and do some work, it didn't want to play. So I managed to finish most of the 2 stories in here whilst I was trying to edit. I've got like a page and a bit left of the last story. And honestly, I hate this book. It's so bad. I am someone who loves fairy tales. And as far as retellings go, these are the kind of retellings I like, where they kind of stick quite closely to the original. But this is so pretentious. The first story was told in, I think it's second person, where rather than it being I or they, it's you. And that was the Cinderella one, and it was just annoying. And it's a narration style that I really just don't like anyway. I don't enjoy things written from second person. But somehow the second one, which is written in first person, is actually worse. Just, I don't even know how to explain why these are so bad. They feel condescending. They feel like Deirdre Sullivan is showing off and showing us how smart she is and how she has this unique and different way of looking at things. It doesn't feel feminist. It feels like, you know, there is that type of feminism where it looks down on women unless they conform to what their idea of what a strong woman looks like. So unless you're rejecting the ideas of marriage and having children, then you're not really a feminist. This is kind of how this feels to me. It's going to be a real struggle to get through this. If I wasn't reading it for the reading rush, I would DNF it right now. I'm going to finish the Red Riding Hood story, and I'm going to try and read the 2 stories for tomorrow, just in case it's just the first 2 that are really jarring with me. But if I'm not enjoying those 2, I'm not going to force myself to read it. I will just pick up a different blue book and I'll just try and fit something in at the end if I have time. But boy, this is bad. So obviously I'm finishing my reading a little bit earlier than I was expecting, and it's probably a good idea for me to try and read whilst I have the momentum. So I may try and pick up My Best Friend's Exorcism and try to read a chapter or 2 of that tonight. But I still have editing to do, so I may not feel up to that. But I will obviously let you know tomorrow what I end up reading. So hopefully you will come back tomorrow and see how I get on. But thank you for watching this video. Please leave me a like to let me know that you're here. If you've read any of these books or you've got any recommendations, then please leave a comment. And if you want to subscribe, that would be great. And hopefully you'll come back and see me tomorrow. Bye.